What if I told you that the reason you still feel tired, even when you eat healthy, has nothing to do with how much you eat, and everything to do with how you combine your food? Most people believe they're lacking vitamins, so they buy supplements. Try to eat more. Try to eat better. But here's what almost no one tells you. Your body doesn't just need nutrients. It needs the right combinations to actually absorb them, because without the right pairing, some of the most powerful vitamins pass through your body almost unused. That means you could be eating spinach and still not getting iron, eating carrots and still not activating vitamin A. Sounds strange, right? But stay with me, because one of the combinations in this video can increase nutrient absorption by up to 20 times. And the last one, it works like a natural multivitamin most people completely overlook. Once you see this, you'll never look at your plate the same way again. Here's something most people never realize. Vitamins were never meant to work alone. In nature, nutrients exist in systems, not in isolation. They interact, support each other, activate each other. But modern eating habits broke that connection. We started separating foods, processing them, simplifying meals in a way that looks healthy but often isn't effective. And that's where the problem begins, because your body doesn't just ask, "Did you eat vitamins today?" It asks, "Can I actually use what you just ate?" And that depends entirely on combinations. This isn't a new discovery, by the way. Ancient cultures already understood this intuitively. In India, turmeric was always mixed with black pepper. In Mediterranean regions, vegetables were always paired with olive oil. In Latin America, rice and beans were never separated. They didn't call it nutritional synergy, but they were practicing it every single day. Now science is finally catching up, showing that certain nutrients can increase absorption dramatically when paired correctly, which means something very simple and very powerful. You don't necessarily need more food. You don't necessarily need supplements. You need smarter combinations. And in this video, I'm going to show you 10 simple food combos that can help your body unlock more vitamins, more energy, and more real nourishment, without making your life more complicated. If you're someone who wants to feel better, think clearer, and have more stable energy, without overthinking every meal, you're in the right place. Combo 1, the Skin Awakening Pair. Carrot plus olive oil. Most people think that eating more vegetables automatically means getting more nutrients. But here's the part almost no one realizes. If you eat carrots without a source of fat, your body struggles to absorb one of their most powerful benefits, vitamin A. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a compound your body converts into vitamin A. But this conversion depends on fat. Without it, a large part of that potential simply goes to waste. And this is where a simple drizzle of olive oil changes everything. In Mediterranean cultures, vegetables were almost never eaten alone. They were roasted, sautéed, or dressed with oil, not just for flavor, but because it made the nutrients work. Now science explains why. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means it needs fat to be absorbed efficiently in your digestive system. So when you combine carrots with olive oil, you're not just eating vegetables, you're activating them. A simple example: slice some carrots, roast them lightly, and finish with a bit of olive oil. Or even just add grated carrots to a salad with a natural oil-based dressing. It doesn't need to be complicated. But the difference inside your body is because suddenly your skin, your vision, your immune system, they're actually receiving what the food promised to deliver. And that's the shift most people miss. Nutrition isn't just about what's on your plate. It's about what your body can unlock from it. And this is just the beginning. Because the next combination doesn't just improve absorption, it changes how your body produces and sustains energy throughout the day. Combo 2, the Energy Stabilizer. Oats, mako, banana plucked. Cinnamon, most people chase energy the wrong way. They rely on coffee, sugar, quick fixes that feel good for a moment and then crash just as fast. But real energy doesn't come from spikes, it comes from stability. And this simple combination does exactly that. Oats are one of the best natural sources of complex carbohydrates and B vitamins, nutrients that support your body's ability to produce energy at a cellular level. But on their own, they can feel slow. Now add banana. You're introducing natural sugars, potassium, and additional B vitamins, giving your body a more immediate source of fuel. And then comes cinnamon. This is where it gets interesting. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar levels, which means it slows down how quickly glucose enters your bloodstream. The result? Instead of a spike and a crash, you get a smooth, sustained release of energy. This combination has been used for generations in different forms, from simple porridges to traditional breakfasts around the world. And now we understand why it works so well. You're combining slow energy, oats, quick energy, banana, and stabilization, cinnamon. It's not just a meal, it's a system. A simple way to use it: overnight oats with sliced banana and a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a warm bowl in the morning if you prefer something comforting. And the impact goes beyond just feeling awake. You get fewer cravings, better focus, and a body that doesn't feel like it's constantly running out of fuel. Because real energy isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. And the next combination takes this idea even further, because it fixes something many people don't even realize is happening inside their body: the silent loss of iron. Combo 3, the iron activator, spinach plus lemon. A lot of people think they're getting enough iron. They eat spinach, they add greens to their meals, they try to eat healthy, and yet they still feel tired, low in energy, sometimes even mentally foggy. So what's going on? Here's the part most people don't realize. The iron found in plant foods, like spinach, is not easily absorbed by the body. In fact, a large portion of it passes through your system without ever being used, which means you can be eating iron and still not actually getting iron. This is where something incredibly simple changes everything. Vitamin C. When you add lemon, just a squeeze, you transform how your body interacts with that iron. Vitamin C converts plant-based iron into a form that your body can absorb much more efficiently, and the difference is not small. It's dramatic. This is why many traditional cuisines instinctively pair greens with something acidic: lemon, vinegar, citrus. Not just for taste, but because it makes the nutrients available. Now imagine this: a bowl of spinach on its own versus that same bowl with fresh lemon juice. Same food, completely different outcome inside your body. A simple way to use it: add lemon to your salads, finish cooked greens with a squeeze of citrus. Even a light dressing can make a big difference. Because sometimes it's not about adding more food, it's about unlocking what's already there. And this matters more than most people think, because when your body finally starts absorbing iron properly, your energy changes, your focus changes, even your mood can shift, and what's coming next builds directly on that idea. Because the next combination doesn't just support your body, it helps build your brain. Combo 4, the brain builder, eggs plus avocado. Most people think about food in terms of weight or calories, but very few think about one of the most important organs being shaped by what they eat every single day: your brain. Because your brain isn't just influenced by food, it's literally built from it. And this combination is one of the most powerful examples of that. Eggs are one of the richest sources of choline, a nutrient essential for memory, focus, and the production of neurotransmitters. It plays a key role in how your brain communicates, how you think, how you retain information. But here's the part most people miss. Choline, like many brain-supporting nutrients, works best in the presence of healthy fats. That's where avocado comes in. Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, the kind your brain uses for structure, protection, and efficient signaling. So when you combine eggs with avocado, you're not just eating a meal, you're creating an environment where your brain can actually use those nutrients more effectively. And this isn't new. Across many cultures, eggs have traditionally been paired with fat-rich foods. From butter to oils to creamy textures, now we understand why. It supports cognitive function at a deeper level. A simple way to use it: eggs with sliced avocado on toast, a bowl with boiled eggs, avocado, and greens, even something quick, like mashed avocado with eggs on the side. Simple combinations, but powerful effects. Because when your brain gets the right support, everything else starts to feel easier, focus becomes clearer, decisions feel lighter, mental fatigue starts to fade, and the next combination shifts the focus inward to something that quietly controls almost everything in your body: your gut. Combo 5, the gut healer. Yogurt plus berries. There's something happening inside your body right now that most people never think about. Trillions of microorganisms living in your gut, quietly influencing your digestion, your immunity, even your mood. And when that system is out of balance, everything feels off. Low energy, bloating, cravings, even emotional swings. Now here's where this combination becomes powerful. Yogurt is rich in probiotics, beneficial bacteria that help restore balance in your gut. But probiotics alone aren't enough, because those bacteria need fuel to survive and multiply. That's where berries come in. Berries are packed with fiber and polyphenols, compounds that act as nourishment for your gut bacteria. So when you combine yogurt with berries, you're not just adding good bacteria, you're helping them thrive. This kind of pairing has existed for generations, from fermented dairy with fruits in different cultures around the world. And now science confirms what tradition already knew: a healthy gut isn't built by adding one thing. It's built by creating the right environment. A simple way to use it: a bowl of natural yogurt with fresh berries. No need for sugar. No need for complexity. Just real food, working together. And when your gut starts to rebalance, you notice it. Digestion becomes smoother. Your immune system becomes stronger. Even your mind feels clearer. Because the gut doesn't just process food, it communicates with your entire body. And what comes next connects to something just as fundamental: how your body builds and uses protein. Combo 6, the plant protein upgrade. Rice plus beans. There's a reason this combination appears in so many cultures around the world, from Latin America to parts of Asia. Rice and beans have been a staple for generations, and for a long time, people saw it as simple, basic, even poor food. But here's what most didn't realize. This is one of the most nutritionally intelligent combinations you can make. Because protein isn't just about quantity, it's about completeness. Your body needs essential amino acids, building blocks it cannot produce on its own. Beans are rich in some of these amino acids, but missing others. Rice fills that gap, and rice on its own is also incomplete. But together, they form a complete protein, something your body can fully use to repair tissues, build muscle, and support overall function. This is something many traditional diets understood instinctively, not through science textbooks, but through observation, survival, and experience. And now we can explain it clearly. It's not about eating more protein. It's about eating smarter protein. A simple way to use it: a classic plate of rice and beans, or even lighter versions: bowls, salads, mixed dishes. Accessible, affordable, powerful, and the benefits go beyond muscle. You get sustained energy, support for metabolism, and a foundation for overall strength. Because when your body receives complete building blocks, it starts functioning differently, stronger, more efficient, more balanced. And the next combination takes this idea of hidden power even further. because it activates a compound so strong that on its own your body can barely use it. Combo 7, the anti-inflammatory duo, turmeric plus black pepper. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years. Ancient systems like Ayurveda didn't just see it as a spice. They saw it as a powerful healing agent, and today science agrees. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound known for its strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It's been studied for its role in supporting joints, brain health, and even long-term disease prevention. Sounds powerful, right? But here's the part almost no one talks about. On its own, curcumin is very poorly absorbed by the body, which means you can consume turmeric regularly and still get only a small fraction of its benefits. This is where black pepper completely changes the equation. Black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound that enhances the absorption of curcumin dramatically. And when we say dramatically, we mean it. Studies show that piperine can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Same ingredient, completely different impact. This is why traditional recipes almost always combine the two, not by accident, but by wisdom passed through generations. A simple way to use it? Add a pinch of black pepper when cooking with turmeric, or prepare a warm drink like golden milk, turmeric, a fat source, and black pepper. It doesn't need to be complicated, but the effect inside your body is anything but small, because reducing inflammation is one of the most powerful ways to support long-term health, and sometimes the difference between something that works and something that doesn't is just one missing element. And what comes next builds something even more foundational, the strength of your body over time. Combo 8, the bone strength builder. Leafy greens, plus nuts, seeds. When people think about bone health, they usually think about one thing, calcium. And while calcium matters, this is where most people oversimplify something that is actually much more complex. Because strong bones are not built by calcium alone. They're built by cooperation. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, arugula are rich in calcium, but also vitamin K. Vitamin K plays a crucial role in directing calcium into your bones, instead of letting it accumulate in places where it shouldn't. Now add nuts and seeds. You're introducing magnesium, a mineral that works alongside calcium to support bone density and structure. Without enough magnesium, calcium can't do its job properly. So when you combine leafy greens with nuts or seeds, you're not just increasing intake, you're creating a balanced system that your body can actually use. This is something traditional diets often included naturally. Greens with seeds, vegetables with natural fats. Simple combinations that supported long-term health. A simple way to use it? A salad with leafy greens topped with seeds or crushed nuts. A bowl with greens, olive oil, and a handful of almonds or seeds. Nothing complicated, but incredibly effective, because bone strength isn't built later in life. It's built daily, in small, consistent choices. And when your body receives the right combination, it doesn't just maintain structure, it reinforces it, and the next combination shifts the focus again toward something your body uses every single day to defend itself, your immune system. Combo 9, the immunity shield. Garlic plus honey, for centuries, long before modern medicine. People turned to simple remedies when they felt their body weakening, and one of the most consistent combinations across cultures was this, garlic and honey. At first glance, it seems almost too simple to matter. But this is where simplicity hides power. Garlic is naturally rich in compounds like allicin, known for its antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. It doesn't just support your immune system, it actively helps your body defend itself. But garlic on its own can be harsh, strong in taste, strong in effect. That's where honey comes in. Raw honey isn't just a sweetener, it has natural antimicrobial properties. And it also acts as a soothing carrier, helping your body absorb and tolerate garlic more effectively. Together, they create something balanced, protective, yet gentle. This combination has been used in traditional remedies for generations, especially during times of seasonal change when immunity tends to drop. And now, we understand why it works. It's not just about killing harmful agents. It's about supporting your body's ability to respond. A simple way to use it: crush fresh garlic and mix it with a spoon of raw honey. Let it sit for a few minutes. Then, take it slowly. It's not about taste, it's about function. And when used consistently, many people notice fewer colds, faster recovery, and a stronger sense of resilience. Because your immune system isn't something you fix when it breaks, it's something you build every single day. And now we arrive at the final combination, the one that brings everything together. Because this last one doesn't just support one function, it feeds your body as a whole system. Combo 10. The ultimate vitamin matrix: salmon plus sweet potato plus leafy greens. If you had to choose just one meal, one combination that delivers a wide spectrum of essential nutrients, this would be one of the strongest candidates. Because this isn't just food, it's a system. Salmon brings something most people lack: vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids. These are critical for brain function, hormone balance, and reducing inflammation. Now, add sweet potato. You're introducing complex carbohydrates, fiber, and a powerful dose of beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. And then come the leafy greens, rich in vitamin K, folate, minerals. They complete the picture. But here's where the magic happens. These nutrients don't just coexist, they enhance each other. The healthy fats from salmon improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A and K. The combination of fiber, vitamins, and minerals supports digestion, energy, and cellular function. It's not random, it's synergy. A simple plate with extraordinary impact: a piece of salmon, roasted sweet potato, a side of greens with olive oil. That's it. But inside your body, it's doing far more than you can see. Because when nutrients come together in the right way, your body doesn't struggle. It thrives. And this is where everything starts to shift. Most people spend years trying to fix their health by adding more things, more supplements, more rules, more restrictions. But what if the real problem was never lack? It was disconnection. Disconnection between nutrients, between foods, between what you eat and what your body can actually use. Because the truth is simple. You were never missing as much as you thought. You were just missing synergy. And once you understand that, everything changes. Your meals become intentional. Your energy becomes more stable. Your body starts responding in a completely different way. Not because you're doing more, but because you're doing it better. And the most powerful part? None of this is complicated. These foods have always been available to you. Simple, accessible, natural. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need a shelf full of supplements. You just need to start seeing food differently. So now I'm curious, which of these combinations are you already using? And which one are you going to try first? Comment energy below. If you want part 2 with even more powerful combinations your body will love, and if this helped you see nutrition in a new way, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because sometimes the biggest transformations don't come from adding more, they come from finally understanding what was already there.